Hey guys, Kevin O'Doon from riseforums.com here. In this video, what I'm going to do is show you how you can record your screen using an application called Screencast-O-Matic. Whenever I'm recording a screen for a tutorial or something like that, I always use one of two programs. I always use either Screencast-O-Matic or I use ScreenFlow. If you check out my last video, you can see more about ScreenFlow and what it can do. It's a fantastic application. There's just a few things that I think go against it. The first one being that it's only available on Mac. And, if you're only a Mac user, then that's not going to be an issue. But I switched between an iMac and a Windows laptop. And it's frustrating that I can't use ScreenFlow on the laptop. But unfortunately, ScreenFlow is only available for Mac computers. The other thing that goes against it is cost. If you look at video applications as a whole, ScreenFlow is actually quite cheap, at $99. But if you've got a low budget, that might still be out of your range. Thankfully, Screencast-O-Matic is much, much more affordable. You can actually use it free of charge, and if you want to upgrade to the premium version, it only costs $15 per year. It's a real bargain. Now, you can see here some of the features between the free and the pro. The free recordings allows you to record up to 15 minutes. It allows you to save it as a video file. You can publish to YouTube. When you upgrade to the Pro version at $15 per year, you can make longer than 15-minute videos. There's no watermark. You can record your computer audio. There's editing tools, scripted recordings. You can draw and zoom. You can publish to things like Google Drive and Dropbox and Vimeo. And there's a screenshot tool. Now, as I said, with ScreenFlow only allows you to record and edit on Mac. Screencast-O-Matic can be downloaded for a Windows computer or for an Apple computer. But if you prefer, you can also use it through your browser. You can see it on the homepage here. If you go to Screencast-O-Matic.com and then just click on Start Recording, it'll open up an application and it'll just start working. Now, I don't think recording through your browser is the best thing to do, but you can see there, you can see that it does work. It does work 100% through your browser. Now, this isn't moving there. So you can see here they've got the option screen, webcam, and both. So it keeps defaulting to this camera for some reason. I've got two cameras here. I've got my Logitech webcam and I've got my iSight and my iMac. What I'm going to do is cancel this and use the application instead. It should be a little bit more fluid, a little bit more smooth. So I'm going to cancel the recording and open up one of those applications. Now, you see down my application list, I've actually got Screencast-O-Matic 1 and 2. Screencast-O-Matic, the first one, it's just an earlier version of the software and it's still installed on my computer. When I recorded the video for ScreenFlow, I actually recorded it through ScreenFlow and I accidentally recorded it through the older version rather than the new version. And if I scroll through here, you can see this was the recording that I made for ScreenFlow. And it was all recorded through Screencast-O-Matic. So if you check out my last video about ScreenFlow, I'll put a video down below, a description, down below. I'll put a link to it down below. And if you check it out, all of that was recorded using Screencast-O-Matic and it was used through an older version. It was recorded using an older version. So it shows you what it can do. But what I'm going to do is show you the later version. You can see other recordings that I've made through it. I'll cancel that and I'll load up Screencast-O-Matic 2. Now, they're always updating it. They're always upgrading the software. A lot of you may prefer to just, they might prefer to just record through the browser. You're free to do that. You're allowed to record up to 15 minutes if you don't upgrade. But I think $15 a year isn't much to ask for a screen recorder. Now, you can see here the box for Screencast-O-Matic. I've got version 2.0.01. I'm not sure if this is the latest version or not. May have to upgrade. So you can see different things here that you can make a scripted recording. You can import clips in. What I'm going to do is just show you how you will record a new screen. All you do is you click record and it will launch the recorder. So you can see the webcam down there. And it's the same options as before. You can record just the screen and no webcam. You can record just the webcam, and you can record both. Now you can set a max time limit down here. You can change the size. You can make a canvas like that, or you can make it full screen. Now there's a few things that annoy me about Screencast-O-Matic. Then there's a few things that I love. One of the things that I do love is that you can just set a canvas and you can change the recording size and set a canvas area so that you only capture a part of your screen. One thing that annoys me is that there's an option for 720p, 480p, but there's no option for 1080p. And, I'm on a high resolution screen. It's not quite 4K, but it's more than 1080p. And it doesn't give me an option to just capture a certain part of the screen. So I'll keep it full screen. You can see the narration there that I can select different microphones. Default device, Samsung Q2U microphone, Logitech webcam. And there's some options here. Now, most of the options here are about your, there's some quick shortcut buttons, things like that. There's a pause hotkey, there's a webcam hotkey, there's a hotkey for drawing and zooming. You can double click on a zoom. When you zoom, all you have to do is just double click the mouse and it will zoom into an area of your screen, which is quite useful. To be honest, I normally just leave things as they are. I'm not one for kind of changing things around with that. What we'll do here is I'll choose both options. Now down here, if you look at the bottom right hand side of the screen here, you see the webcam, and you've got the option as display in the middle. You've got display in the bottom right hand corner, and you've got display to hide the webcam. All these things can be changed during the editing process. The one thing that you will have to check is what webcam you're using if you've got a few webcams. So just to recap, if you go down to narration, you can select the microphone, and if you come here, you can select the webcam. It kind of annoys me that there's not an option for the webcam down here as well. Just put all the options in one area, but that's the way they've done it. So if I change to the eyesight camera, there we go. So now I'm coming through the computer, and I've not got it through the webcam. And now I'm back, and then I'll change back to here. Okay, so you can see here. So I'm now going through the eyesight camera, but you want to be hiding that. You don't want to see me doing that. It's very easy to do. I mean, there's not really a lot of options here before you record. You've got your preferences screen for shortcuts, etc. But there's really not a lot to check out. What I'm going to do is hide the webcam during record, and I'm just going to start recording. So if you look down the very bottom left hand corner, that's got the record button, and I just click record. So then the timer starts, and this is the start of my recording. So you can see me moving around the screen. Moving around, and I'm talking, and all of this is being recorded by Screencast-O-Matic. And when you're finished, you can just bring up the record screen again, and you'll see the pause button down here. You can pause the recording, and if you're finished with it, you can keep recording if you wish, but if you're finished with it, you can click done, and it brings up the recording. Now from here, you can actually do some edits. If you wish, I pay for the $15 per year service, so I can upload to Screencast-O-Matic and keep a lot of my recordings there, and that's really useful. For example, if I've got a problem with my website and someone wants to help me but they don't know what's the problem, I could record a screencast and I can upload it directly to Screencast-O-Matic and then just keep it hosted there. Saves me having to upload it to YouTube. It saves me having to upload it to Dropbox or anything like that. It just uploads directly to Screencast-O-Matic, and then I share the link with that person. It's really useful. But some more publishing options there. You can upload to YouTube, Vimeo, Google Drive, Dropbox, etc. Just a quick look at the editing screen. So you can see that this is the recording, and this is the start of my recording. So you can see me moving around. So the webcam there is hidden. And now I can show it. I can resize it quite easily. Like that. I can move it around, so I can put it at the top right. Make it a little bit larger. And I can change the style. Put shadow. Oval. Put it solid. Looks a bit strange like that if I'm honest, but I like that option as well. There's an opacity option. And you can crop it as well, if you want to zoom in, zoom out. Looks a bit strange doing that, but I mean, it does illustrate what options are available to you. If I press play now, and this is the start, you can see that I've moved it around and I've edited to the webcam. Now, if you look at the right hand side here, there's some options that I can turn off the webcam. I can show it. I can show my cursor. You can see there the big yellow mark when I've clicked on the screen. I can remove that. I can remove the audio. I can also change the canvas area and resize the video. Now, there's an option here to hide the webcam, and I said that in my last video as well. That's something that I'd maybe like to do. So what I can do is get to about here, click hide webcam, and I'll hide the webcam through the majority of the video, and then click OK. So what that means is when I click play now, the webcam is going to show, the start of my recording, and then it's going to disappear. You can see me move. Now, when you click on tools, you'll see a lot more options. There's cutting options, hiding options. You can insert new recordings, narration, overlays, replacing videos and freeze frames. There's speed options, transitions, and volume. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of using Screencast-O-Matic to do edits. It's not, in my opinion, it's not the best way to edit a video. I've got other options. If I was going to record a video through Screencast-O-Matic, I would probably record the video through this, or record the screencast through Screencast-O-Matic, and then what I would do would be to edit the video in something like ScreenFlow, or normally on Adobe Premiere Pro. So that's what I would use. So because of that, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the editing tools, but they are there for you. You can see here there's a transition, and this is the start. It's just a simple transition there to ease into the video. Other options here, outline. The start of my recording, so you can see me moving around the screen. It's added there. So it's added an outline there, which I believe I can extend. So if I want to show something, I could do that. See how that looks. And this is the start of my recording, so you can see me moving around the screen. I find a lot of the editing options, they're just not as user-friendly as other programs, but Screencast-O-Matic is no different to other applications. There is a learning curve. It's just not as user-friendly when it comes to the editing side of things. I think when it comes to actually recording a screencast, it's super simple. Making basic edits such as switching the webcam on and off, switching the cursor and things like that, it's really, really simple. But I just think the whole editing thing, perhaps I just need to get used to it a little bit better, but I think Premiere Pro and ScreenFlow and things like that, they handle editing a little bit better. The thing is, for most screencasts, you wouldn't be editing your recording through Screencast-O-Matic beyond making some basic changes. If you really want to do a lot of edits and do a large kind of complex video, you wouldn't use a program such as Screencast-O-Matic. You'd use something different. What Screencast-O-Matic is for is recording screencasts. It's for recording your screen and then making basic edits to that, such as turning off the webcam and cursor, resizing it, things like that. But if you're going to do a lot of editing, I would recommend using something else. It does have those options to do narration, overlays. You can see all these different tools that you've got at the side, but it's not a fully functional video editing program in the sense that you can make huge complex videos. You're not going to get thousands, you're not going to have dozens of layers on top of each other. It's just really for making basic edits to your video. So I quite like the fact in one respect that things are quite simple in that way. It does what it says on the tin. Screencast-O-Matic is free to use, up to 15 minutes. And then beyond that, you can pay $15 a year. If you only want to occasionally record a screencast for, take this out just now. Get me back on screen. And I'll maybe change here to, there you are there. So I'll maybe bring you around. So if you're only going to be using a screencast application to just make a basic screencast, what I would do is use the free version of Screencast-O-Matic. The watermarks are relevant. If you only want to use a screencast to show other people what you're doing, then just use the free version. You can use it through your browser, or you can download it for the Mac or for a Windows computer. If you want to be doing it for something like recording a screencast for something like YouTube, for Vimeo, for uploading it somewhere else, Facebook, whatever, I would pay the $15. You know, it's not a lot to pay. It unlocks all the editing features and all the extra options that you get. And more importantly, it removes the watermark. You don't want a watermark when you record your videos online. It screams amateur hour. You really want something that looks more professional. So if you only want to do simple screencasts for other people, you know, to show something, I would use the free version. But if you're going to be uploading screencasts and tutorials like I am just now, I would opt for the option for paying $15 per year, and I think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. So this has been Screencast-O-Matic. It is, in my opinion, one of the better options. I kind of switch between ScreenFlow and Screencast-O-Matic because I love how simple Screencast-O-Matic is for recording, and if you only want to make a basic recording and take a quick screen recording, then I normally opt for Screencast-O-Matic. And I'll give you an example of that. Say, for example, let me see. Say, for example, I get with this camera, I record something, and then I want to show a video of me transitioning down a page. So I do that sometimes. I do reviews of tech videos, tech-related videos. I do reviews of things like this, cameras and things like that, action cameras, all that. I do all this on my YouTube channel. So what I would do is I would review the Sony action camera, for example, and during it, then what I would do is talk about some of the features. And when I was doing that, I would insert a clip that showed me browsing down the page. And to do that, I would always use Screencast-O-Matic. I would use Screencast-O-Matic to quickly record a clip of me browsing down the page. And then what I would do is I would save that clip and insert it into my video in Premiere Pro. ScreenFlow can do that as well, and other screen recording programs can do that as well. But the fact is that Screencast-O-Matic, one of the best things about it is how simple it is and how quick it is. I load up the program, I click record, and then the timer starts, and then I quickly record what I want to record, from my browser or whatever I want to show, and then I save it, and that's it. It's very, very quick, and that's what I love about it. ScreenFlow, if I was doing a longer tutorial, if I wanted to, do more zooms and edits and that afterwards, I would probably opt towards ScreenFlow. But I really do like Screencast-O-Matic. I love how quick it is. I love how cheap it is. $15 a year is very cheap. And I love the fact that I can use it on my Windows computer, which is something that I can't do with ScreenFlow. So I'll just bring this round just now. Again, the program I'm talking about, I'll switch the webcams here. Hey. So the program I was talking about, I have been talking about this whole video, is called Screencast-O-Matic, and you can download it from Screencast-O-Matic.com. You can, if you wish, to use it directly through the browser. I prefer to just use the application myself. It is a fantastic program. It is by no means perfect. It has, there's a lot of things I hate about it, but look at it for what it is. Look at this application for what it is. It is not the most advanced editing program in the world, but it doesn't claim to be, and it is not trying to be either. The editing tools that are there, they're just there to help you. They're just there to help you make some basic edits. If you want to make more complex edits, use something like ScreenFlow or Premiere Pro or something like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you get any questions about any of this, please do ask a question below in the comment area. I'll do my best to answer them. And if you've enjoyed the video, please do subscribe or like or share. As always, if you've got any questions about any of this, please drop by riseforums.com as well. Sign up. We've got a lot of great members there. We've got a lot of YouTubers there, and we've got lots of other members there as well. Website owners, people that are making money online. Again, the video has been recorded for ScreenFlow. And the application that I'm talking about this whole time, I'm kind of going over it again, but it's good to remind you all. Screencast-O-Matic, a screencast-O-Matic.com. I recommend trying it out. It's a fantastic program. One of the best. And you can't go wrong. $15 a year for the pro version. Free if you don't mind the watermark. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Take care of yourself.